The lightsaber is easily the most recognizable piece of technology from the Star Wars universe. The vibrant blade colors attract attention from many, and questions often arise concerning the meaning behind each lightsaber and how certain Jedi acquired the colored blade that they owned. Today in this video we're going to be talking about the primary lightsaber colors and the meaning behind each one, what type of Jedi generally get that colored lightsaber. Note at the start, most of this knowledge comes from Legends, which is content that is not considered canon in the film universe, but it's pretty much all we have concerning the meaning of lightsaber colors. So yeah, let's go and jump in. So as you probably could tell, no lightsaber color is really restricted to a certain type of group, except a few, which we'll talk about when we get to them. But these are the primary groups that these colors are associated with. So blue lightsabers are often wielded by Jedi who excelled in utilizing their weapons and skills in combat prowess, a group that was called the Jedi Guardians or Warrior Masters. These are Jedi that generally would resort to their lightsabers or the Force to fight. They would seek to use their lightsaber or their Force abilities to take care of a problem before other methods. And notable Jedi Guardians with blue lightsabers were Anakin Skywalker, Luke Skywalker, Obi-Wan Kenobi, and Plo Koon. Contrary to blue lightsabers, green lightsabers were usually utilized by Jedi who would resort to their Force skills before their lightsaber, so they would seek more of a peaceful solution. They generally had a stronger connection to the Force as well. These Jedi were called Jedi Consulars, or Consular Jedi, and like I said, they had more of a connection to the living Force, and hence were more apt to resort to their Force rather than a lightsaber to solve a problem. And some of the most notable consulars in the films were Master Yoda and Qui-Gon Jinn. Those are the most common lightsabers that could be found pretty much everywhere you look in Star Wars. The other lightsabers are more rare and were usually restricted to a certain group or just the occasional Jedi. And first up is the purple lightsaber, which was used primarily by Mace Windu. It was generally used by Jedi who had a struggle between the light side and the dark side. And as such, Mace Windu was one who had it because there were times where he would struggle between balancing the light side and the dark side, which, as we know, he tended to get a little aggressive, more aggressive than most Jedi at certain times. So it's similar to the real-life purple color. It mixes red and blue, which are the primary colors of light side and dark side. Mixes them together, you get purple. So yeah, that's pretty much all about purple. Yellow lightsabers, on the other hand, found themselves being used by a group, the Jedi Temple Guard, which were a branch of the Jedi Sentinels that were tasked to protect the Jedi Temple. All the Temple Guards wielded double-bladed yellow lightsabers with the same hilt and everything that went along with the uniform appearance of the Temple Guards, where they all had the same robes, hoods, and masks. Another Jedi who did use a yellow lightsaber was Ahsoka Tano, who had a yellow lightsaber Shoto, which is a shorter lightsaber, alongside her green blade in the later years of the Clone Wars, before she left the Jedi Order. Now onto one of the more common colors along with blue and green, which is red. And red lightsabers were unique to the Sith or dark side Force users. The reasoning behind why only dark side users had red lightsabers is a process called bleeding, which came up in the Ahsoka novel, I'm pretty sure, and has been elaborated on further in like the Darth Vader comic books. But basically the process is a fallen Jedi or dark side adept or whatever, they take the Kyber crystal, which is the lightsaber crystal that Jedi use to power their weapons. They either, if they are fallen Jedi, they take their lightsaber crystal, or if they're not, they kill a Jedi and take their lightsaber and use it. So what they do is they take the Kyber crystal and they sort of bend it to their will, and as a result, they, like, it's kind of confusing, like, the Kyber crystals, like, apparently have some kind of life of their own, but apparently the dark side user will bend the crystal to their will, causing it to bleed, as it's called, hence why it turns red. So, yeah, it's a more controversial explanation, I guess, But hey, I guess it's an explanation. Like, not because Jedi all get the color just based on their personality, and all Sith just get one color. So I guess it gives an explanation for that. But yeah. But then there's another unique lightsaber color that we've only seen used by one person, to my knowledge, that is a reversal of the bleeding process, and that is the white lightsaber. Well, the one Jedi that we've seen use it, technically not a Jedi when they had it, is Ahsoka. After she left the Jedi, she eventually came up where she had no lightsabers, and then she fought the sixth brother Inquisitor, which was one of Darth Vader's Inquisitors, who was hunting her down. She defeated him and took his lightsaber, and she reversed the bleeding process, purifying the lightsaber, and because the kyber crystals were purified, they returned to their original white appearance, hence why she had dual white lightsabers. So this is the only example we've seen of white lightsabers, but yeah, so that's basically the pure kyber crystal forms the white lightsaber, which I'm pretty sure also, a little fun fact, pretty sure that all the lightsabers were originally supposed to just be white. They didn't have any color, but because of like the color effects and stuff in post-production, they had to give them colors because they couldn't just do white. So, fun fact there. But there are two other colors that are unique, and we've only seen used by one person a piece in canon at least. And first up is the orange lightsaber. Orange lightsabers, we've only seen one in canon that I can think of, and that's Rey's lightsaber from the end of The Rise of Skywalker, which she creates after the Battle of Exegol, where she takes pieces of her scavenger staff, and I'm pretty sure pieces of Luke and Leia's lightsabers, puts them together, and makes her own orange lightsaber. So that's where Rey gets her lightsaber, and that's so far the only orange lightsaber we've seen. I'm pretty sure Plo Koon had an orange lightsaber at some point, but I don't think that's canon anymore. I know it was in, I think, Jedi Power Battles, or whatever it's called, a game back on, I think it was the PlayStation 1 days. But yeah, and the other lightsaber color is black, which is the dark saber that we've seen in a couple different forms in the Clone Wars, Rebels, and the Mandalorian. So the backstory on the dark sabers, it was created by the first Mandalorian Jedi, Tar Vizsla, and it was stored at the Jedi Temple after his death, but then the Mandalorians eventually stole it, and it passed down through the Vizsla bloodline until Pre-Vizsla was killed and Darth Maul took ownership of the lightsaber. Eventually it fell back into the hands of the Mandalorians and was used by both Sabine Wren and Bo-Katan Kryze. But by the time the New Republic was in power again, as seen in The Mandalorian, it had somehow fallen into the grasp of Moff Gideon, which is the last time we saw that lightsaber. So, yeah, that's pretty much just a brief summarization of the different lightsaber colors we have seen in canon. And there are other shades too, which I have a picture up, like Jedi Fallen Order, the newest Star Wars video game, gives an example of that. Like, there's different shades of blue, different shades of purple, but these are the base colors, the meanings behind each of them. So, yeah, like I said, a lot of the information about this comes from Legends, so it may be reversed or overwritten at some point, but for now, this is all we've got. So, yeah, hope you all enjoyed. Thanks for watching. If you enjoy this video, be sure to leave a like and comment and subscribe to be updated on every time a new video comes out. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.